Look at this explosion of green. In the maple trees. I'm hoping to find 2 or 3 more pullets, hens, later this month or in June. I almost stepped on it, so I'm going to be very careful. This is where the stream is supposed to go under the fence, but instead it is spreading out, mostly to the left, all along the fence, and also somewhat to the right. Willows grew here naturally, and I've been planting willow shoots here along the fence, and also more on the inside. I'm hoping this will help control erosion. And I've had to block the space under the fence with stones because we have a beaver around, and I know it had made its way into the fenced yard at least once. Apart from all these common willows, of which I don't know the name, and some of which really need to be cut back to promote new growth, this year I've added 3 new varieties, 2 of each, of willow. This one is called Mole or Mao willow. Here's the other one. They're very small, and they're supposed to be suitable for basket weaving and fence making. Here's my path parallel to the stream, and then I've got the black catkin willow, 2 of those. Those are new. And here, on either side of the side trail, are a Japanese willow. This one has a very interesting shape. It has a flattened stem. It's called the Japanese fantail willow. See, it's flat and widening a bit like a fan. It's very pretty. 2 of the Japanese fantail willow. This is actually one plant that has 2 stems already. And then behind that is the, I think it's called the winter glory. It's like a giant catkin, giant pussy willow. These were planted last year, and they've grown really well. And they have big catkins in February or March. And right behind that, there are 2 golden willows, which were also planted last year. So the willow collection is growing, and the ground is pretty soggy year round here, pretty soft, so I'm making narrow stone paths everywhere. Here come the chickens. That's Peach. from the flooding along the fence there at the outer edge. I'm pretty pleased with how overall there's less flooding than there used to be in these conditions of days and days of rainfall. The grass here is thick and lush and never gets mowed or anything. There's some wild blueberry bushes. There's a low shrub which I haven't figured out yet what it is. And some birch trees growing in between. I think it's sweet birch or black birch or something. So this will all become a willow garden. And then farther that way are all the elderberries. Elderberry and more willow. This, I'm pretty sure, is a hickory. It grows very fast. It's very pretty with enormous leaves in summer. So my stone path that isn't finished. So the majority of plants here is nettles, garlic mustard, ferns, and jewelweed. And later on we'll get more dyeweed, milkweed. Be nice. Ducky, don't bully the chickens. They're guarding them. The bank is just high enough to keep things from flooding in this low part here. And that's good because I planted a number of things pretty close to the stream, like this blueberry. It's probably too clayish here, the soil. Blueberry surrounded by garlic mustard. But we have to have things to keep the soil in place because it's so wet. So for now I'm leaving. For now I'm not weeding too much around them, just enough to give them sun. New pears, which are now maybe 1 or 2 years old, like 1 or 2 years ago. Really well. In the background are very old apple trees that were here even 20 years ago when we bought the house. Here's a new pear. It's called Suckle pear. And then here's a Bartlett pear. See, they're all pretty close to the stream. And the soil was really clay rich. But they seem to be very well. And then here's Patton pear. And that's also Spitzenberg apple. It's a bit older than the pears. These apples here were planted about 3 years ago. This is Cox Orange Pippin. I'm still leaving the cages because the weeds grow so thick and high in summer. And the best one of all, and doing the best, seems to be the Asian pear. And look at these leaves. They're really much bigger than the other pears. Here's the Catawba grape. Very pretty young leaves, a little pinkish. Also the Concord grape. It has these really neat pink-edged leaves. So these are, well, they're surviving.